it's hard to get motivated for Thanksgiving dinner when you're only feeding yourself or a second person. Who wants to go through that hassle of making a big feast for very little people? So today I have the solution for you with this sheet pan Thanksgiving dinner. No seasonings are being shown because I'm going to let you pick your own seasoning. Everyone's different when it comes to their Thanksgiving seasoning. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing with mine, but feel free to use your own seasoning. If you fall in that category where you don't want to make a big feast for everyone, but you still want to partake in eating a nice Thanksgiving dinner, this one's for you. Preheat that oven to 350 and let's get started here on Cook! Don't be lazy! A little prep work ahead of time. Let me show you what I got here. Take your largest sheet pan. Take some aluminum foil. And we're going to do the modular method. And if that's not a method, then I guess I'm coining it. The modular method. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to figure out what ingredients you're going to use and how you're going to separate them. Create little tinfoil compartments or modules for your different sections of food. Dice up, cut up some sweet potato, some light brown sugar. Now this is where you can fix your seasoning how you want it. I'm going to use a little bit of light brown sugar on this. Some melted butter. That's about 4 tablespoons. Get this mixed in. Make sure it's nice and coated. Get back in there. You're gonna get eaten. You're gonna get eaten too. Alright, take your module, your compartment, fill it up, and just put this, let me do it this way. Onto your sheet pan. Bam! Purdy! Done! Move this guy out of the way, move on to the next one. So as I took this guy out of the package, I feel kind of robbed, but then I realized my first thought was, why do I have 2 pieces? It's supposed to be a tenderloin. It's supposed to be one long piece. So that's why I felt robbed. But then looking at the picture, you got to be careful when you go grocery shopping, unlike me, because clearly it says turkey breast tenderloins with an S, plural. Here I'm thinking this was just a regular tenderloin, like a pork tenderloin, which is one long strip. I don't know what I was thinking, but oh well. So I'm going to use some adobo. Some garlic powder. And I'm almost out of garlic powder. Some sazon for color. And that's it. I'm going to keep the seasoning on this very simple. Bring my modular tray out. Put my turkey breast tenderloin. Season side down. Let me wash my hands real quick. And I'm going to season the other side. Same ingredients. Adobo, garlic powder, and some sazon for color, and I'm almost out of sazon as well. I guess back to the grocery store I go soon enough. Do I have enough for this? Just barely. That's it. I'm all out of sazon. Alright. 2 compartments filled. Move on to the next one. Stuffing. I grabbed some cornbread stuffing because it sounded good to me. There's various types of stuffing out there. We're not going to make homemade stuffing, which I do know how to make. But because of the simplicity of this type of meal, we're going to go with store-bought stuffing. That's half a stick of butter, about 4 tablespoons. And this is that enough or not? Let me see. Let me give this a stir. I guess that's enough. The breading should absorb some of this here. So 1 cup of chicken broth. The instructions say use water, but I don't want flavorless stuffing. Stop trying to escape. You're gonna get eaten. Give it a good mixture. A good mix. So chicken broth and butter. Stir it, mix it, and let's bring out our modular pan. And I'm gonna use the smallest one for this guy. Let some of that seep out the bottom of the spoon. I don't think I'm gonna end up using the entire thing of stuffing, but I will use enough. I pretty much used about 90% of it. Not much left. And it's pretty much empty. So I pretty much did use all of it. So this is the good thing about modularizing, if that's a word, your sheet pan. You get to decide just how much you want. Let's move on to the next step. I love me some ham on Thanksgiving. I usually buy this here, but much bigger. But because today's video has to do with feeding 1 or 2 people, I bought the smallest one I could find. So let's bring back out our modular compartment sheet pan. Get our ham on there, and let's get this guy in the oven. By the way, before I stick it in the oven, we're still missing our green beans. And that's on purpose, because green beans don't take anywhere near as long to cook as the rest of the ingredients. So we're going to let this cook for 30 minutes. After that, we'll pull this out and get our green beans prepared. So due to technical difficulties with the microphone, the next 2.5 minutes will be a dub over, a voiceover. So right before the 30-minute mark, before we pull out the food out of the oven, we need some green beans. We need to prepare them. However, the package indicates to cut off the ends. What I'm not quite sure about is what end are we talking about? This end or this end or both ends? Because I'm not clear about that. So what I've gone ahead and done is cut both ends just to be on the safe side, because I'm not trying to deal with no little pointy things sticking at me. We're going to take about 2 tablespoons of butter, melted butter, some minced garlic, a nice dollop of it, a little bit of brown sugar to go along with the theme, get this mixed in, stir it up, mix it up. Throw in some salt, a little bit of pepper, Keep on stirring and mixing. Get yourself a nice coating. Alright, so with the remaining butter, that ham came with a package of brown sugar. A sugar glaze. It's got molasses and who knows what else it has in it. It's not just plain brown sugar. So we're going to coat the ham with it. So we need to create a little sauce. So mix this in. Now incidentally, I didn't use the entire package because it looks like that entire package is a standard package size for all size ham. And being that I bought a little bitty itty bitty ham, we don't need the entire package. So be mindful of that if you're going this route. Ooh, look how yummy this is looking. Get that glaze over your ham. And I guess I should find a brush here shortly, so I can brush it on there. Hey, don't be looking at my drawer too much. It's a mess in there, but guess what? It's a handy drawer. If I'm missing something, it's usually in there. Spread out the glaze. Now be honest, looking at that glaze, it kind of looks like birdseed, don't it? But that birdseed looking thing is going to taste real good. That is going to change the flavor of the ham from good to great. So last compartment is the green beans. Throw in all your flavor. And let's get this back in the oven. So far, it's spent 30 minutes in the oven. Second half, about 20 minutes. We just want those green beans to cook. After that, time to plate up. Most of the flavors on Thanksgiving is sitting right there, all because of a sheet pan. Sheet pan Thanksgiving, and guess what? I didn't have to slave all day long in the kitchen. 50 minutes and very little cleanup. I'm gonna go num 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 num, and I'll see you guys next week. Actually, I'm gonna take next week off because I'm gonna celebrate Thanksgiving, so I'll see you guys the week after here on Cook! Don't be lazy!